GMA's George Stephanopoulos, publicly supported by famous friend, wife Ali Wentworth, shows gratitude. George Stephanopoulos has had a very successful year in his career, having released a best-selling book, Situation Room, back in May. And the book is still being praised months later, with his good friend, Mariska Hargitay, being the latest to give it a public show of support. In a new interview with Interview magazine, the actress was asked by Selena Gomez what she was currently reading. The star replied, "George Stephanopoulos The Situation Room. It's about the history of the Situation Room in the White House, which was very illuminating, and I think everyone should read it." The highly praised remark was appreciated by George's wife, Ali Wentworth, who reshared the interview on her Instagram stories, alongside a thank you message. The synopsis of George's book reads, "No room better defines American power and its role in the world than the White House Situation Room. And yet none is more shrouded in secrecy and mystery. Created under President Kennedy, the Sit Room has been the epicenter of crisis management for presidents for more than 6 decades. Time and again, the decisions made within the Sit Room complex affect the lives of every person on this planet. Detailing close calls made and disasters narrowly averted, the Situation Room will take readers through dramatic turning points in a dozen presidential administrations." Shortly after George's book was released, it became a New York Times bestseller, which his good friend and Good Morning America co-star Robin Roberts announced during an episode of The Morning Show, much to his delight. George is no stranger to the White House, having worked as a former senior advisor to President Clinton. Until 2010, the star was living and working in Washington, D.C., the very place he met his wife, whose mom, Mabel Muffy Cabot, even served as social secretary to Nancy Reagan in the 1980s. News of George's book was first released in November, and in April, he held a star-studded book launch party in LA ahead of its due date, which was attended by the likes of Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox. He has been supported by his co-stars, famous friends, and family both prior to and after the release of his book. George's mother-in-law even posed in bed, reading a copy of the star's book, in a fun photo posted by his wife, Ali, to mark Mother's Day in May. By entering your details, you are agreeing to Hello Magazine user data protection policy. You can unsubscribe at any time. For more information, please click here.